So one of the main themes of the series that we're going to be filming is the importance of movement, any type of movement, not just formal exercise whereby you're doing more structured workouts and challenging yourself, but just moving in general. So that could mean just getting up from time to time during the day and moving your body. Movement is the key to energy, and that's the message that we're going to be hammering home through the entire series. Any movement is always going to be better than no movement. In this video we're going to talk about why it's so important for you to be more active. Now, as technology advances, we seem to be a lot less active, so we move a lot less. However, it's extremely important for us to be more active if we'd like to have more energy in our lives. Energy is actually the most valuable currency in the world. Without it, you're never going to reach your potential in any aspect of life or be able to be the person that you've always dreamt of being. Now, many of us spend much of our day sat at a desk or in a stationary position. So we're kind of sat like this. So you can imagine all of our muscles are getting tight. You're going to get tight hamstrings, your glutes or your butt muscles are going to fall to sleep, the lower back muscles are going to get weak, which is then going to cause you to have lower back ache that's further on down the line. So you can imagine where it's going. Now, in general, we tend to take the shortest routes to get to our destinations because our lives are always been quite busy and hectic. Even now, as most of us are working from home, our activity levels are still very low, maybe even a little bit lower. Because now we don't even have to go to the MRT station, don't have to go and get the bus, don't have to walk out and get lunch. None of it. You would expect that in general, I would expect that most people's activity levels have gone down even lower on the whole. Our bodies were designed to move. I'd like you to have a moment of reflection. Think about how you feel after you've been sat in front of your computer the whole morning, or if you've been on multiple Zoom calls throughout the day, conference calls. How do you feel at the end of the day? Have a think about that. Imagine that most of you are thinking you feel irritable, cranky, hungry, disengaged, you've got brain fog, amongst other things. Is this going to help you be the person you've always dreamt of being, or have energy to then spend with your family? So how can we improve on this? The more that you move your body, the more it's prepared to move. Energy creates energy. The less you move your body, the less happy it is to move, and the harder it is to then get back into that sequence whereby you are generally more active. This is just the way that it works. Our bodies will adapt to the input that we give it. So we do less exercise, our body thinks, okay, we don't need as much muscle, we don't need to expend as much energy, let's slow things down, let's shrink, we're happy, that's okay. The same as if we place higher demands on our body has to adapt to that as well, but more in a more positive way, because it then can adapt to be able to do more, generate more energy, and be a lot more efficient. Movement is one of the most effective ways for you to increase the amount of energy that you have. Far more effective than overdosing on coffee, for sure. Now what I'd like you to do is have another reflection. So now I'd like you to have a think about how you feel after you've done some exercise or had a great workout. How do you feel? Now, I'm sure most of you are going to be thinking, I feel really positive, optimistic, happy, creative. Basically, the complete opposite of what you felt when you hadn't done anything. So this demonstrates the power of movement and how it can really be a game changer in your daily life. An effective solution to increase your activity levels is actually to plan it into your daily schedule and try to move for just a few minutes every hour or so. Now, what I've done with some of my clients is I've said, right, okay, set yourself an alarm clock on the hour every hour. Some of them, even when they're working from the office, they would just every hour get up from their desk and do some push-ups and squats. At first, of course, they got some funny looks off their colleagues, and that's not a concern if you're working from home, of course, but eventually it kind of catches on. So other people, maybe even your family members at home, might start to think, hey, I want to join in with this. This looks like fun. Basically what it's doing is it's increasing the blood flow around the body, so it wakes up the brain as well. So you're going to be a lot more productive, you're going to feel a lot less lethargic, and it's going to do your physical health a lot of good as well. Now, it doesn't have to be a stressful workout. You don't need equipment, you don't need to get changed. It can be In future videos down the line, we're going to show you specific things that you can actually do for these periods of activity. Because remember, it's only a couple of minutes. The idea is just to break up those periods of doing very little or of periods of sitting down for a long period of time. Okay, so we're going to do things like stretches, just kind of little movements, or standing up and just moving your arms around, moving the legs, just getting the blood flowing around the body.